It's pretty wild that you're going to be the next Red Bull racer, but you haven't even drove all the tracks.
I know. I haven't started a season. You know, I've never had. The thing is, I don't know what to do with myself because every time I've gone into something, or at least in F1, it's been during the season. Zandvoort was the night before, so I had no time to think about it. Austin, okay, I had 2 weeks during the season. I could sort of get ready, but now I got an off season to think about it, and I don't really know what to do. Like I've got all this time off, but I just want to get into it, to be honest.
Get stuck in.
Yeah,
I bet that this period of time is going to be difficult.
I always look forward to off season, but now, I don't really. I'm looking forward to going home, but I know that I'm going to be trying to keep busy, trying to pass the time.
It's going to be a pretty great Christmas though.
Yeah, it's going to be cool for New Zealand as well. You know, the country is very supportive of, like, everybody's very supportive of me and motorsport in New Zealand's been really popular even when I was a kid. So there's a lot of passionate people there, and this will be really, really cool for everybody.
Max Verstappen and Red Bull Racing, a partnership that has dominated Formula One for years. But what happens if Verstappen decides to leave Red Bull? As the team gears up for the 2025 season, speculation about potential replacements is heating up. Let's dive into the latest Red Bull F1 news and explore who might fill Verstappen's shoes.
Max Verstappen is the world champion of 2023, and he's on top of the car as the champion of the world for the 3rd time, and he's into the arms of the team.
Max Verstappen's legacy at Red Bull is undeniable. With 4 consecutive drivers' championships and 2 constructors' titles, the Dutchman has cemented himself as one of the sport's greats. But Verstappen's contract runs until 2028, and recent rumors suggest he might consider new challenges or even retirement. Before then...
How are you feeling, Liam?
So excited. It's the guy that got me into racing. You should probably go Red Bull.
It's already been... You took my spot at Red Bull.
You should go Red Bull.
I'm clicking Red Bull. You took my spot at Red Bull.
It's the blue one.
You took my spot at Red Bull. No, I'm going for the second. I'm going for Red Bull sugar-free.
Red Bull's history of driver rotations adds another layer of intrigue. Liam Lawson, promoted from AlphaTauri, is under pressure to prove himself. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda, who has long awaited a seat at Red Bull, may face an uncertain future. According to Sky Sports Germany commentator Sascha Roos, Honda's partnership with Aston Martin could pave the way for Tsunoda to join the Silverstone-based team.
Red Bull replacing Sergio Perez with Liam Lawson for the 2025 Formula One season, and some fans aren't happy. Checo only just signed a 2-year contract extension with RB, but since then things haven't gone his way, as he's become the first driver to finish 8th or lower in a title-winning F1 car in 30 years. But fans are questioning why Lawson was chosen over Yuki Tsunoda, as they believe the Japanese driver is better, especially seeing as he outperformed Lawson in every qualifying session this year and scored more points. So has Red Bull made another huge mistake?
So, who could replace Verstappen? Let's look at the frontrunners.
Whoa, wait for me, wait for me. Damn, traffic.
Yeah,
on
I
in.
really just want to send it to the Lake Road. But
Let's just go do some donuts. Your car sounds pretty good.
yeah, it sounds nice. I'll give you, I don't know what I'll give you, but if you do a burnout all the way down the Lake Road, I'll give you some.
Ah, beautiful.
I'm seeing a lot of people in the MTC.
Yeah, there's a lot of papaya around. Oh, there's a big bird.
No, and there's babies too.
Oh, it was babies. Baby birds.
I will give you my race bonus if you do a burnout in the boulevard.
No problem.
First up, Oscar Piastri. The Australian phenom has already made waves, helping McLaren secure their first constructors' title. With 2 race wins, 3 fastest laps, and 10 podiums, Piastri has the credentials Red Bull seeks. Plus, his manager, former Red Bull driver Marc Webber, maintains strong ties with the team. Could Piastri's contract with McLaren, which ends in 2026, align perfectly with Red Bull's plans?
Different setup, so as soon as I went into qualifying, I knew the car was
But what if Verstappen's departure reshapes the entire F1 landscape? Former McLaren mechanic Marc Priestley speculates that Verstappen could make a surprising move to Williams or even Aston Martin, both of which are positioning themselves as future powerhouses. Williams, under James Vowles, is rapidly climbing the grid, while Aston Martin's upcoming partnership with Honda and the recruitment of Adrian Newey signal big ambitions for 2026. Could these teams tempt Verstappen away from Red Bull? The
F1's new era of 2026 cars is fast approaching, and they will be very different. They will have a new engine with an almost 50-50 split between internal combustion and electrical power, dropping the complex MGU-H and massively uprating the MGU-K to a power output of 350 kilowatts or around 470 brake horsepower. The 2026 cars will have less drag, so while the DRS is likely to remain, it will be weaker. So there'll also be active aerodynamics to reduce the front and rear wing levels on the straights to aid the chasing car. In addition, there's a new engine overtaking aid. MGU-K deployment will start to taper off from 340 kilometers per hour, but drivers can activate a manual override system to have maximum power all the way up to 355 kilometers per hour. The cars themselves will finally get smaller, around 10 centimeters narrower and 15 centimeters shorter, reversing a long-term trend. And this will help reduce the total weight of the chassis by around 40 to 50 kilos, which, when offset against a heavier engine, should make the total weight lighter as well.
The looming 2026 regulation changes add another twist. With new chassis and power unit rules, the competitive order could shift dramatically. Red Bull's first ever in-house powertrain faces stiff competition from experienced manufacturers like Mercedes and Ferrari. If Red Bull struggles, could Verstappen opt for a fresh challenge or even an early retirement?
Tell me what happened today. What was the problem in the car, and when did you realise?
Well, what we could see so far in the data is as soon as the lights went off, the right rear brake just stuck on. And it just, yeah, of course, the temperature kept on increasing. So it was also basically driving with a handbrake on. And that's why already I felt that the car was really weird to drive in some corners. Yeah, just very snappy. While the laps to the grid, the car was really spot on. And I was very happy with what we were doing. But yeah, it explains that if a brake is stuck on, that doesn't help.
That was from the lights on the grid, you say?
Yeah, as soon as the lights went off, you accelerate and you could see one brake, the right rear brake, just stuck on.
Have the team been able to have a look at it yet and see if there was anything stuck there? Or
it's too early. They will investigate.
And it's not something you've ever experienced before with this car?
Not that I know of. I mean, it must have been a long time ago, maybe.
2022 was the last time you didn't finish a race, a whole 2 years ago. Just tell me what happened today. What was the problem in the car, and when did you realise?
As Marc Priestley suggests, Verstappen might walk away from the sport if he's no longer winning consistently. After years of dominance, a mid-table finish could be enough to make him hang up his helmet. Whether it's Oscar Piastri, Liam Lawson, or an unexpected contender, Red Bull faces a pivotal moment in their F1 journey. And for Verstappen, the next chapter remains unwritten. Who do you think will replace Verstappen? Comment below.